The promise of cryptocurrency was always about more than just digital money. It was about freedom. It was about self-sovereignty. And a huge part of that was privacy. The ability to transact without a bank, a corporation, or a government looking over your shoulder. But in 2026, that original promise is on life support. The walls are closing in. New regulations, advanced surveillance tools, and a coordinated crackdown on privacy-enhancing technologies have fundamentally changed the game. Make no mistake, your crypto is being watched like never before. If you think this doesn't affect you because you have nothing to hide, you're missing the point. Financial privacy is not about hiding illicit activity. It's a fundamental human right. It's about protecting yourself from data breaches, from unfair targeting, and from a future where every single transaction you make is a part of a permanent public record for anyone to see. Today we are going to pull back the curtain on what has changed in 2026. We'll show you the new tools being used to track you. But most importantly, we're going to give you a practical step-by-step guide on how to protect yourself. This is the 2026 Crypto Privacy Survival Guide, and it starts now. Welcome back. This is a serious topic, so let's get straight to the facts. What exactly has changed in 2026 to make us say that crypto privacy is dying? First, the regulatory landscape has become incredibly aggressive. The Know Your Customer or KYC requirements, which were once primarily for centralized exchanges, have expanded dramatically. We're now seeing pressure on wallet providers, DeFi protocols, and other services to implement KYC procedures. The Bank Secrecy Act in the US and AML D6 in the EU are being enforced with a new level of vigor, and crypto is their #1 target. Second, the surveillance technology has become terrifyingly effective. Companies like Chainalysis, TRM Labs, and Elliptic are no longer just tools for law enforcement. Their software is now being integrated directly into exchanges and financial institutions. They can analyze blockchain data in real time, clustering addresses, identifying individuals, and flagging transactions with a risk score. They are creating a digital breadcrumb trail from your government ID-verified exchange account to every single wallet you interact with. Third, there's been a direct assault on privacy coins. Exchanges around the world have been pressured into delisting foundational privacy assets like Monero and Zcash. This makes it significantly harder for the average user to access these tools, forcing them onto transparent, easily surveilled ledgers of Bitcoin and Ethereum. We've seen real-world examples of this. Users who have interacted with mixing services years ago are now finding their exchange accounts frozen. People who received funds from a source deemed high risk by a surveillance algorithm are being asked to prove the origin of their funds years after the fact. The principle of innocent until proven guilty is being flipped on its head. You are now guilty until you can prove your entire transaction history is clean according to some opaque algorithm. It sounds bleak, I know, but there is hope. The cat and mouse game between privacy advocates and surveillance is ongoing, and for now, the tools to protect yourself still exist. You just have to know how to use them. Let's build your 2026 privacy stack. Step 1. Anonymous wallet creation. Exchange wallet is not your wallet. Your MetaMask wallet linked to your exchange account is not private. You need to create a fresh, non-custodial wallet that has no connection to your real identity. This means downloading a reputable software wallet like Sparrow for Bitcoin or Feather for Monero on a secure computer. When you create this wallet, you do it without providing any personal information. The 12 or 24-word seed phrase is your only key. Guard it with your life and never store it digitally. Step 2. No KYC acquisition. This is the hardest part in 2026. How do you get crypto into your anonymous wallet without linking it to your identity? The options are narrowing, but they still exist. Peer-to-peer exchanges like Bisq or HODL allow you to buy Bitcoin directly from another person using various payment methods. Some crypto ATMs still have low-limit, no KYC options, though they come with high fees. Another option is earning crypto directly for goods or services paid to your anonymous wallet. Step 3. Obfuscation. Once you have clean crypto in your anonymous wallet, you need to break the chain of custody. This is where mixing services and privacy protocols come in. For Bitcoin, CoinJoins are the standard. A CoinJoin is a process where you and other users pool your Bitcoin together in a collaborative transaction, and then receive it back in a way that makes it computationally infeasible to link the inputs to the outputs. Wallets like Wasabi or Samurai specialize in this. It's like putting your money into a pot with 100 other people, shaking it up, and then everyone taking the same amount out. No one knows whose money is whose. Step 4. Operational security. This is the glue that holds your privacy together. It means using a VPN whenever you are conducting crypto transactions to hide your IP address. It means using separate, dedicated devices or virtual machines for your crypto activities to avoid malware and tracking. It means not talking about your crypto holdings on social media accounts linked to your real name. It's a mindset. Assume you are being watched and act accordingly. Now, if you want to take your privacy to the next level, we need to talk about advanced techniques. This is where we move from basic defense to a proactive privacy. First, let's talk about the privacy coins themselves. Monero remains the gold standard for untraceable transactions. Unlike Bitcoin, where privacy is optional and requires active efforts like CoinJoins, Monero's privacy is mandatory and on by default. Every transaction is private. The challenge, as we mentioned, is acquisition. But if you can acquire Bitcoin via P2P exchange and then use a non-custodial swap service like a DEX to trade it for Monero, you have achieved a very high degree of privacy. Zcash offers a similar capability with its shielded transactions, but its privacy is optional, which makes the privacy set smaller and potentially less robust than Monero's. Second, the strategic use of decentralized exchanges. DEXs that run on privacy-focused Layer 2 solutions are becoming a key part of the privacy stack. These platforms allow you to trade assets without KYC and with a degree of on-chain privacy that is not possible on transparent blockchains like Ethereum mainnet. Look for projects building on technologies like zero-knowledge proofs that allow for private transactions and swaps. Third, your hardware wallet security. In 2026, it's not enough to just have a hardware wallet. You need to know how to use it for privacy. This means using features that allow you to connect your own node, so you are not leaking your transaction history to the hardware wallet company's servers. It also means being careful about which software wallets you connect your hardware wallet to. To a compromised or surveillance-friendly software wallet defeats the purpose. Finally, we have to discuss the legal and tax implications. This is a minefield and it's crucial to tread carefully. Let's be clear, using privacy tools is not illegal in most Western countries. However, using them to evade taxes or engage in illicit activities is. The line can be blurry and the regulatory environment is constantly changing. What is considered a legitimate privacy practice today could be reinterpreted as a suspicious activity tomorrow. This is the risk we all run. Jurisdiction shopping is becoming a reality for some. Certain countries have more favorable privacy laws and a less aggressive stance on crypto surveillance. We are seeing a migration of both users and companies to places like Switzerland, Portugal, or certain jurisdictions in Asia that offer more protection. This is an extreme step, but it's one that some are considering. When it comes to taxes, the situation is complex. Using mixing services or privacy coins does not absolve you of your tax obligations. You are still required to report capital gains. The challenge is how to do so without compromising your entire transaction history. This may require careful record keeping on your end and potentially consulting with a crypto-savvy tax professional who understands privacy. The goal is compliance without total transparency. Future-proofing your strategy is about assuming that the surveillance will only get more intense. This means adopting a privacy-first mindset now. It means segmenting your funds, a KYC stack for on-ramps and off-ramps that you know is fully transparent, and a separate private stack for your long-term holdings and personal transactions. This separation is the most critical step you can take to protect yourself in the long run. So, is crypto privacy dead in 2026? No, but it's no longer the default. It requires active effort, a specific set of tools, and a new way of thinking. Let's recap the survival guide. First, create a truly anonymous wallet, completely disconnected from your identity. Second, acquire crypto through non-KYC channels like P2P exchanges. Third, break the chain of custody using tools like CoinJoins or by swapping to privacy coins like Monero. Fourth, practice strict operational security. Use a VPN dedicated devices and be mindful of your digital footprint. Privacy is not a feature, it's a practice. It's a constant process of learning and adapting. The tools and techniques we've discussed today are the front line in the fight to preserve the original promise of cryptocurrency. I'll be dropping a list of all the resources, wallets, and exchanges mentioned in this video in the description below. It's a starting point for your own research. This is a conversation that we need to have as a community. What are your go-to privacy tools? What other techniques are you using to protect yourself? Share your knowledge in the comments below. Let's help each other stay ahead. Thank you for watching. Stay safe, stay private, and I'll see you next time.